Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you on how to fix those really annoying frame drops and the skipping on PlayStation 4. I don't know if you've noticed, but since the last patch and the black market weapons have been added to the game, there have been a lot more skipping, a lot more lag, a lot more frame drops. It feels like the game is playing in a very sort of unoptimized state. I've talked to other people in the community, and it seems like about 60% of the PlayStation community at least, and a little bit less than that on the Xbox One community, are experiencing this issue. The game just feels choppy, it lags for no reason, we get frame rates and skipping, and if you're not sure what I'm talking about, let me go ahead and give you a brief example. This actually isn't the most annoying example you could see, but it is one that has a nice numerical metric. You'll notice that while I'm wall running here, my character skips just a little bit. If you're not watching in 60 FPS, you might not notice, or you might think it's a bad render, but let me show you again in slow motion, and I also superimpose the boost bar. You can see when I'm running on the wall, the entire game skips frames and then goes back and forward and can't even seem to make up its mind where I am, and the boost bar wobbles a bit. This causes me to wobble on the wall. If I'm aiming, this would cause me to drag my sight all over the place. It would cause me to lose track of enemies, to shoot, to not shoot, to throw grenades, to sometimes fall off of cliffs and things. It's a very, very annoying experience. I thought maybe it was just my PlayStation 4, so I booted up Carmageddon, which is a kind of a goofy old school game where you run over a lot of pedestrians, and it has a lot of particles and stuff and is kind of rough on the processor, and this game ran just fine, so okay, it wasn't that. And I was like, maybe something else is going screwball. Let me try Doom multiplayer. Nope, Doom multiplayer is graphically amazing and still runs smooth as butter, so the issue is with Black Ops 3. I put in a lot of work and some tinkering and some optimization, and everything that I found leads me to believe that Black Ops 3 is running in a slightly unoptimized state right now, or it's loading too many assets, or something is burdening the console or the game far too much. So I've got a 4-step process on how to fix this error. Step number 1 is that you need to leave any group that you're in. This was very painful for me because I have a very large fan group with a lot of members that I used for open lobbies, but I ultimately had to leave this group. As a matter of fact, since I was an admin and it was a join-only group, what I actually had to do was delete this group, and this helps other people in the group as well. You're going to need to leave or delete any group that you're in, especially large ones, because those make it worse. The next thing you want to do is follow the settings on screen and delete your Black Ops 3 saved data. You'll find that in your settings and then under applications saved data, and you can just look it up, and all you need to do is delete the Black Ops 3 saved data. This is all your video preferences, all your controls, all that kind of stuff, your profiles and whatnot. When you reboot the game, don't worry about it. All your prestige, all your weapons, all your camos and stuff are stored Treyarch side, but it kind of is like clearing the cache for Black Ops 3. It clears all previous settings, all the little bits of data it's been collecting. It just wipes all of that, so we're going to get a completely fresh start after we delete this save data, and that's going to alleviate some of the load on your system. My next step might have been a little bit overzealous, but I had not a lot of open space on my console, so I decided to go through and delete all the games I weren't playing and make some extra space on my hard disk just so that it might run a little bit better, maybe kind of like cleaning off your PC. Very similar thing. A lot of these consoles are very complicated like PCs this day. I don't think that this is the most necessary step, but I did it anyway just in case because I really wanted to stop these very, very annoying frame drops. But I went ahead and hit delete and wiped everything. And the final step is actually a very, very simple one. You need to do a complete cold boot restart of the console. On PlayStation 4, this is when you select not rest mode, but when you want to power down the PlayStation 4 and unplug the cord and just let it rest for a bit, plug it back in, and then do a complete cold boot and recycle and reboot the game and everything. And after I did these steps, I'm going to say that it alleviated about 90 to 95% of the skipping and frame drops. It did happen to me a little bit, especially in bigger ground war games. It wasn't perfect, mind you, but it went from really frustrating, really choppy, and what I would almost consider to be unplayable, or at least not fun to play, to basically like Black Ops 3 again. All of these steps are designed to reduce the load on your system and to just kind of give the PlayStation a little bit more extra processing power. It worked great for me. It might not work for you. I hope it works for you guys. And if you're on Xbox One and you're experiencing the issue, I would recommend doing the exact same thing. Leave the groups, clear the cache, delete the games you're not using, and do a cold boot on the system. It should alleviate the problem significantly. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.